Well, hey there, hero. It's David H. Lawrence, the 17th. And I just got finished watching a session online where all of the questions regarding this course I was being introduced to was about what kind of equipment should I get. And it wasn't about what will I learn. It wasn't about how will this change my life. It wasn't about what can I use with the information that I get from this. This was about sports. So it was, what's the bat I should use, for all intents and purposes? What's the ball I should use? As if knowing that information would somehow make you a better player. I'm not saying that it wouldn't. There are little incremental changes when you use better gloves or bats or, sticks or balls or whatever. But it's what you do with the equipment that is so important. And that's what this session was all about. How learning how to use the better equipment that you'd get or the equipment that you have was going to make the difference. And this kind of reminded me that the number one sort of math problem question that I get as a performance coach is, what kind of mic do you use and what kind of camera do you use? And I can tell you that. I love telling you that. I love telling you about the AT2020 USB Plus. I love telling you about the C92X webcam that I use, the G7 Lumix that I use for the new look and feel. But it's how you set those things up and then how you take advantage of sitting in front of the microphone, addressing the microphone, sitting in front of the camera, using the rule of thirds so that you're framed in a particular way, using the ability to just look at the camera every so often or address the microphone in a particular way to get a particular type of performance. Usually the equipment doesn't make that much difference. There are plenty of on-camera talent that can make even not so good production sing because they know how to act. Or people that are doing voiceover that can take a microphone that isn't in the league of a Neumann or a Sennheiser, some really expensive microphone, and really make it awesome, make the performance awesome, so that you don't even notice that they're not using the best equipment in the world. So when you're hell-bent to find out what the tool is that somebody is using, remember that once you find that out, it's okay, that's awesome if you want to get that tool. It might not serve you, though, because you don't know how the tool should be used in a way that really up-levels your game. So I know when people look at equipment lists and they look at kits and they look at for example, the stuff that we send out, sometimes people are like, oh, you're not getting nearly as good enough of a microphone or a camera as you need. You need a much more expensive. Well, I just disagree. I think it's much more important to learn how to use whatever equipment you have, how to get the right equipment for sure if you need that information, but then there's this big, huge ball of information around how to use what equipment has been specified, whether it's for sports or for business or for performance. It really matters most what you do with the equipment, not just the equipment itself. So I hope that helps. Have you ever been in that situation before? Ever had somebody tell you about the equipment and then have you go, oh, but now what do I do with it? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to know what you have to say about this. And if you have any suggestions for people who immediately like, just tell me what mic you have. Just tell me how to what equipment I need, and that'll be it. I'm good. I'm done. I'd love to know what your comments are on that. Also, if you want to be on my list, I'd love to have you on the list. Go down to the bottom of this. If you're on voheroes.com, the bottom of this page is a little form you can fill out called Get on the List. We'll get you on the list. That's what we do with a Get on the List form. I'm David H. Lawrence, the 17th. I thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you tomorrow.